Spring 2026. Dread it, fear it, it all comes just the same. You already know the deal, you already know the business. Spring anime draft, my anime draft, I go through what's airing during the season and I pick out what I'm gonna watch. Just because I don't pick something up doesn't mean I am not a fan of the series. It doesn't say anything about the quality. This is just my draft. I would love to see your draft. Let's keep it rolling. So, starting us off, Tongari Boshi no Atelier, Witch Hat Atelier. Ooh, you already know this is getting picked up, watched, shipped. Witch Hat Atelier. We are not giving it up. All right, we're not giving up. Bug Films, the studio Bug Films, they have a sort of a great track record. Zom 100 had a delay. I actually have a video about anime with delays. If you know any other anime with delays, let me know. Still, Zom 100 was well executed, great animation, catchy opening, and I look forward to what the team does with Witch Hat Atelier. So yeah, that's getting picked up now. Let's move it on forward. ReZero kara hajimeru isekai seikatsu, 4th season. 4th season of the critically acclaimed ReZero series. I'm not picking it up. I only watched the first 2 seasons. I didn't pick up the 3rd season. I read a bit of the light novel, but I'm not super interested in this story. But I do know it is a quality story, but my interest in it isn't strong enough for me to draft it, and I'm a season behind, so it's not getting drafted. Sorry. Roll it on through. Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken, 4th season. Reborn as a slime. Do I want to watch? No, I'm not picking this up. I didn't watch the 3rd season, so I'm obviously not going to watch the 4th season. Also, are we noticing something? We got a few 4th seasons. Now, there are some anime seasons that come out where everything is a sequel, but everything being a quadquil, a 4th in series. Kind of rare. So yeah, this isn't getting picked up. I read a bit of it as it was. I read a bit of the manga, some of the light novel. Lost interest, but who knows? Maybe I'll pick up the reading again. Maybe I'll watch it sometime in the future, but right now it's not getting drafted. So let's go. Speaking of 4th seasons, next up, Yokoso Jitsuryu Ryoku Shijo Shugi no Kyoshitsu e 4th season. Ninensei. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is Ninensei Hen Ichigaki. So, Classroom of the Elite, wow, literally me. Intelligent, funny, nihilistic, with a wicked sense of humor. Literally me. Do I want to watch this? Am I interested? The answer to all of this is no. I'm leaving the tone of my voice. I'm not changing the tone of my voice from questioning so that I sound a little pensive, sitting here thinking, plotting, just like the main character of this series. No, not interested, not getting drafted. I don't know how this got a 4th season, but we roll on forward. Next up, Otonari no Tenshi Sama ni Itsu no Manika Dame Ningen ni Sareteita Ken, 2nd season. The Angel Next Door spoils me rotten. Now, I didn't watch season 1, so I have no baseline to watch season 2. So that answers the question. That wraps it up very nicely in a bow. I'm not picking this up. I'm gonna keep moving. Next on the list, Tui no Tsurugi no Wistoria, 2nd season. If I find this, Sellsword Arts, they mentioned this in a video.
I rip on sword anime all the time, but I found one that I actually like. Wistoria, Wand and Swords got it all.
I didn't watch the 1st season. I'm not gonna watch the 2nd season, but I see positive things said about this series. So not picking it up because of the quality, just not my tempo currently. Maybe sometime in the future we'll peak this, but we'll see where that path leads. So after like 3 4th seasons, we got 2 2nd seasons in a row. What's next on the chopping block? Dr. Stone, Science Future, Part 3. The 3rd and final core of the 4th season. Another 4th season. Well, this is a little different, It's weird that they're deciding to chop things up like this. When did Part 2 come out? Summer 2025. Yeah, Part 2 came out a really long time ago. Winter 2025, spring, summer, so two seasons, fall, winter, spring, and then yeah, this is a weird. I don't mind it as long as it's just part 3 and not whatever Attack on Titan was cooking up. Attack on Titan final season part 2, second part 3, part 4 of the final season of the final act of the second final act of the penultimate arc of the last arc of the I don't know, but this is fine. Anyway, I'm not picking this up. I'm probably gonna watch sit through all of Dr. Stone sometime in the future. I very much respect the mangaka's artistic, the artist. I very much respect this artist. Very, very solid drawings. Very unique art style. You know, you could tell who drew it from if you sat across the room from him. You know, if you go to a bar and you see someone doodling on a napkin, you might be able to. You'll recognize the art if it's Boichi. Anyway, all the glazes aside, I'm not picking this up, so we'll move on to the next one. Yomi no Tsugai. I'm thinking about this. Hiromu Arakawa, you know, one of her most popular works, Full Metal Alchemist. You could tell it's her by the art style. I'm thinking about this, but I think currently this isn't going to get drafted. Maybe sometime down the line I'll watch it, but no draft. Let's keep moving. Saikyo no Osama Nidome no Jinsei wa Nani Osuru, second season. Another second season. Not a lot of just starting out. Beginning after the end. T-Bait, wasn't this first season like a PowerPoint? I'm waiting for someone to tell me if it was a PowerPoint. Waiting. Anyway, we're not gonna pick this up. We're gonna leave this there. I didn't watch the first season, so I can't pick this up. I can't in good conscience pick it up. So let's keep it rolling along. Marimashita Iruma-kun, the 4th season. How many? I'm gonna have a 4th season counter somewhere because wow, everything's getting a 4th season. Back in my day, you'd be lucky if an anime got a 2nd season. Back in my day. Now we're getting 4th seasons on everything. Of the series that could be getting 4th seasons, I think Iruma-kun is well deserving of it. Interesting stuff happening in the manga. No spoilers, but yeah, I'm not gonna pick this up, but great series nonetheless. Let's keep it rolling. Where are we? Where are we? Onzuki no Gekokujo, Gyoshu no Yojo, Descendants of a Bookworm, anime adaptation of Part 3, another 4th season. Ding it up. I don't know why I'm sitting here stalling like I'm not gonna pick this up. Like I'm not gonna be locked in watching this. So yeah, this is getting picked up. If you know, you know. I don't need to say anything about this. Solid series, solid work. Let's move it on along. Next on the list, Isekai Nonbiri Nouka 2, the 2nd season. Let me tell you something about this. Farming Life in Another World 2. I'm picking this up, and I don't think I'm going to explain myself further. I enjoyed this series. I enjoyed the read. I read through this, and it was an enjoyable read. Well, it's still releasing, but yeah, but this is getting picked up. That's all you need to know. Rolling on to the next one. Marriage Toxin. I will read. For centuries, the deadly arts have been perfected to those known as the Masters. Among them, the Poison Masters of the 5 great families hold the most fearsome power and influence. Hikaru Gero, heir to the Poison Masters Gero family, has lived his entire life in the underworld, far removed from love or marriage. But when the Gero family head decrees that Hikaru's sister must bear an heir to preserve the bloodline, by force if necessary, Hikaru resolves to protect her at all costs. It is then that Hikaru encounters Mei Hinosaki, a brilliant marriage swindler who becomes the target of his latest job. Realizing that the only way to solve the family's succession problem and protecting his sister is through marriage, Hikaru impulsively asks Mei for help finding a bride. Marriage Toxin. Interesting premise. This has been floating around. When did this start? Yeah, 2022. The premise sounds interesting, but I'm not going to draft it. We're going to leave it there. Let's move on over to the next one. Himekishi wa Barbaroi no Yome. The Barbarian's Bribe. Serafina de Leviant, the strongest female knight in the West, was sent to subjugate the barbaric tribes of the East, but when her mission fails, spectacularly, she's captured alive and imprisoned. Humiliated and dreading what horrific torture she'll endure, she asks to be put to death. To her surprise, rather than tearing her limb from limb, the tribe leader asks for her hand in marriage. Will Serafina face a cruel and abusive arranged marriage, or will she discover that these tribes aren't as barbaric as she was led to believe? I'm not going to pick this up. We're going to leave this behind. Not picking it up. Let's move on to the next one. Kaste ni banme ni kawaii onna no ko to tomodachi ni natta. Wait, what? I became friends with the second cutest girl in my class. Second cutest? What the heck? This is one of those rom-coms, romantic comedies. If you don't know what rom-com means at this point. Something came up. All right, the rom-com came up, the season 3. It's coming out. I'm not going to say the name just to not take any thunder, but I'm not going to be picking this up. I already have my fill of rom-com. So let's go on to the next one. Liar Game. Well, I'm not calling you a truther game. One of these, let's see, wishing she would live up to the ideal. Nanzaki Nao's father named her thusly for honesty. Nao has more than lived up to her father's wishes, even exceeding them and earning the label of a foolishly honest girl. This makes Nao the least qualified candidate for the high-stakes liar game, where winning requires deceiving the opponent out of their money, and losing means receiving massive debt. Who knows more about massive debt than me? I'll stop reading there. Not interested. We're not picking this up. Let's go to the next one. Akane Banashi. Akane Banashi. With only your voice and body, master the art. Akane Osaki, captivated since childhood by the magical performances of her father, Shinta Arakawa, witnessed a shocking incident during his decisive performance for promotion to Shinuchi master rank. 6 years later, now a high school student, she sets her sights on becoming a Shinuchi herself, pushing forward in the highly competitive world of Rakugo. A passionate and authentic Rakugo drama begins. Let me tell you something. We're picking this up. This is getting drafted. No two ways about it. Don't want to stall too much here, so we'll go to the next one. And an interesting entry in the next one. Needy Girl Overdose is based off of the famous game by the same name. Do I want to sit through Needy Girl Overdose? I'm not going to leave you thinking too much. This isn't getting drafted. We'll probably garner a fandom, but we're leaving it behind. Let's go to the next entry. Aishiteru game o Owarasetai. The first step to winning the love game is saying I love you. So how do you lose? By admitting you're in love. Let the games begin. Since childhood, Yukiya Asagi and Miku Sakura have played the love game where they try to fluster each other with a simple I love you, but after falling in love for real and refusing to admit it, neither of them can afford to lose this battle. The premise sounds very frustrating. It's not something that I'm interested in. Something like romance, even a romantic comedy. I prefer couples to get together. I don't want it to be strung along like Kaguya-sama Love is War. Like there are already too many series where nothing happens for so long and then you're just sitting there, oh, nothing's happening here. Oh, what am I still here for? They just keep setting up random scenarios for no reason, extending the plot. So yeah, I'm not picking this up. Let's go to the next entry. Hanan-sama wa akumade toroi. A beautiful and alluring devil that devours human souls has descended. Hanan, the gourmet devil, descends upon a high school in the human world to devour young sweet souls, and her first sacrifice is Yogi, the high privilege to be devoured by yours truly. Oh, this is some tsundere. What is this? Rom-com, ecchi rom-com. Not interested, so yeah, not getting picked up. Let's go to the next entry. Now this is surprising. Yozakura-san chi no Daisakusen. Second season. This gets a second season. Interesting. Not saying that it doesn't deserve it, but it is interesting that this would get a second season. I don't know if the first season had that type of popularity. I didn't know that I didn't know that the first season had that type of popularity. So good to see, you know. I haven't watched the first season, so obviously not picked up, but probably will be enjoyable. Let's go to the next one. Niwatori Fighter. I was thinking about a series like this. What do we think about this? Keiji, the neighborhood cock of the walk, is more than just an ordinary rooster. He's humanity's greatest defender. His opponents may be 10 stories tall, but nothing is bigger than his stout heart and his fearsome battle cry. Kokekoko! Kokekoko! This will probably get a lot of people watching. Now, this aired started airing 2 weeks ago. I wasn't gonna bring up a draft just because this is airing super early. So yeah, the first 2 episodes are out. I've seen reactions to the first episode. There's one scene, everyone knows about it already. I don't even have to say what's going on there. But yeah, I'm not picking this up. Not currently interested, but enjoy it if you are gonna watch this. Let's go to the next entry on this list. Reincarnation no Kaben, Petals of Reincarnation. This is a super interesting series. I don't think it's gonna get to the part that I want to be adapted. There's a really interesting sword fight that has very respectful choreography to sword fighting in general. We have some half swording going on. I'm not spoiling anything. If you know what half swording is, you know. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, super interested to see how the adaptation goes. Interested where it ends. There's probably something people would want me to talk about with this, but
Nostrum. No. They didn't. They fucking didn't. They didn't do it. I refuse to believe they went where fate refused to go.
I'm not interested. The premise is super interesting. People are reincarnations of either major heroes, major villains. It asks questions about that, and as the plot goes on, you learn more and more about each character. Things unfold. You probably think you have everything figured out at the beginning, but new layers peel out, and yeah. So hopefully this is a good adaptation. It is getting picked up. Let's go to the next one. Now, when I say what I'm gonna say for this next one, you're gonna understand. Otaku ni yasashi gal wa inai? Gals can't be kind to otaku? Question mark. This is literally me. Wow, this guy's literally me. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. Gonna watch it. Oh, let me see. Mitaku Yaseo, an otaku who sits behind the popular gals in class, Ijichi and Amane. Since they're people from different castes, you wouldn't expect them to have much in common, but when their worlds collide over a borrowed eraser, Takuya slips up about his favorite anime, and Amane is rather quick to correct him. She says she's not a fan, but her familiarity with the series suggests otherwise. Could she be a fellow geek? Yeah, this is getting picked up, getting drafted. Let's go to the next one. Shunka Shuto Daikosha Haru no Mai, Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance of Spring. Once upon a time, there was winter. Winter was once the only season in the world, but such an existence was too lonely to bear, so it created spring to love. Before long, the earth wished for more time to rest in the cycle, and summer and autumn were born. The ones who carry the cycle are called the Agents of the Four Seasons. Inagiku, the vernal agent, disappeared from this land 10 years ago, taking the season of spring with her. Now, after incredible hardship, she has returned to restore the cycle to its proper state, and as in the myth passed down since the dawn of time, she sends her love to winter. Urban fantasy, ensemble cast. Well, I'm interested. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm interested to see where this goes, what happens. Let's keep it moving. Next up on the list, Higeki no Genkyo to naru Saikyo Gedo Last Boss Jo Atami no Tame ni Tsukushimasu. Season 2, or The Most Heretical Last Boss Queen from Villainous to Savior Season 2. This had a Season 1, Season 2. I didn't watch Season 1, so I'm not going to pick this up. But, oh man, is Farouge high enough to reel me in? No, we're not picking this up. Let's go on to the next entry. Kori no Joupeki. Socially inept Higawa Koyuki maintains a wall between himself and other people. She spends her time in high school alone until she meets Amamiya Minato, a boy who keeps trying to close the distance. Another rom-com. We're not picking this up. Let's go on to the next one. Kamina botan yoeru sugata wa yuri no hana. Botan kamina fully blossoms when drunk. Kamina botan fully blossoms when drunk. Kamina botan is a 20-year-old college student. At the welcome party for the dorm she was assigned to, the dorm leader Ibuki gives her a highball to drink and she becomes tipsy, leading to her involvement with Ibuki from now on. A tipsy teasing girls comedy. Let's just say I'ma pick this up. Drafted, and we'll leave it at that. Yoa Yoa Sensei. Yoa Yoa Sensei. High school homeroom teacher Hiyori Iwamura is known as the scary teacher, and if you offend her, she'll put a curse on you, or at least that's what everyone believes. One of these ecchi series. In another life, I probably would have picked this up, but for now, this isn't getting drafted. Let's go to the next entry. Mao of Rumiko Takahashi work. Do I pick this up because of Rumiko? Do I pick this up because of Rumiko? For now, no. I'll probably watch this sometime in the future. I'm interested in Rumiko Takahashi's work, as you may know, but we're gonna leave this behind. Let's go to the next entry. Bonkotsu Fuki in Rindo skirt dake ga uteki Setsu na JK no Hanashi. What is the trend? The story between a dumb prefect and a high school girl with an inappropriate skirt length. Prefect is a student who is authorized to enforce discipline. As a prefect, he's supposed to be a role model to other students, but unfortunately, he's not perfect. Hinata is one of the people who Sakura Daimon has tried to discipline into wearing appropriate school attire, but he has thus far been disobedient. This sounds fun, like a fun series, but I'm not gonna pick this up. Let's go to the next entry. Jisho Akuyaku Reijo na Unyakusha no Ansatsu Hiroku. Observation records of my fiance, the misadventures of a self-proclaimed villainess. His days are without much excitement, but he becomes engaged to Berchia, the daughter of a marquis. The first thing she says to him when they meet is quite baffling. She claims she is the villainous heroine in the story of his life. According to Berchia, she has memories of her previous life in a certain romance game she played in her life before. She played the character of the villainess. Her purpose in her new life is to become an exemplary villainess and ruin the prince's engagement. In order to achieve this goal, Berchia does one outrageous thing after another and brings chaos and confusion into his life. That sounds fun, but I'm gonna leave this behind. Next entry, Awajima Hyake. 100 scenes of Awajima. So what is this? Awajima Opera School, where countless girls from across the country flock in hopes of one day standing on the big stage as they work towards achieving their dream of stardom. Their time at Awajima is filled with as much friendship and admiration as competition and jealousy. The precious feelings of girls who are at once both classmates and rivals, tenderly captured in the portrait of an ensemble cast. Let me say something. Timothy Chalamet is incorrect. He got ballet mogged by Tom Holland. He got Oscar mogged by Michael B. Jordan. He just gets mogged all around. All right, fuck this Timothy Chalamet. Oh, he's playing Atreus in Dune. He's playing no, who's he playing? Oh, he was in Marty Supreme. You don't understand. Ping pong is life. Ping pong is real life. But let me tell you something. Who cares about this Paul Atreides? He doesn't know. Timothy Chalamet doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, the opera is based, ballet is based. But anyway, yeah, I'm picking this up just to spite. No, not even to spite Timothy Chalamet. Just because, yeah, I'm just picking this up. Let's move on to the next one. Kuroneko to Majo no Kyoshitsu. The classroom of a black hat and a witch. Let me think about this. Done some interesting roles, right? All right, I don't know why I'm stalling here, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna pick this up. We'll go to the next one. Let's see what is next in store. Diamond No Ace Act 2 second season. The second season of Diamond No Ace Act 2 is not getting picked up. We're gonna leave this there. I didn't watch I gotta be in a sporting mood to sit through a sports anime. But let's go to the next entry on this list. Haibaraku no Tsuyote Seishun New Game. Haibara's Teenage New Game Plus. I'll have embarrassing memories, social anxious college senior when he thinks back. Oh, this is a go back in time type thing. No, we're gonna leave this there. Let's go to the next one. Replica date koi wo suru. On days when Tsunao is sick or not feeling like going to school, she is called to take her place. She was born to this world when Tsunao wished to have a substitute. No one knows that she exists, but she tries to do her best for Tsunao whenever she is called. One day she talks with Sanada, one of her classmates. They become friends, but soon he notices that she is different from the original Tsunao. He was the first one who did. She tells him to talk with her only when she has her hair half up. Sanada does like she told him, and they enjoy their time together. As they become closer, she realizes that she has special feelings towards Sanada, but she doesn't know what will happen to her if she, a replica, falls in love. Oh no, you can't be falling in love as a replica. That's an interesting premise, I will say, but currently I'm not gonna pick this up. Let's go to the next entry. Nigashita sakana wa okikata ga suriageta sakana ga okisugita again. The fish I missed was big, but the fish I caught was too big. Always a catch. Okay, funny premise, but I'm not gonna pick this up. Let's go to the next one. Let's move this on along. This is a very long title. Atakoro sarete shimata no desune tantei-sama. Something about a detective. Killed again, Mr. Detective? Killed again, Mr. Detective? I'm not picking this up. Let's go to the next one. Kill Owl, legendary hitman. Kill Owl, Kill Blue. Owl color blue is a legendary hitman. Never failed an assignment, no matter how impossible. One day after wiping out a powerful organization, he is stung by a mysterious wasp and collapses. When he wakes up, the fearsome 39-year-old assassin has been transformed into a 13-year-old boy. Damn. Interesting premise, but not interesting enough for me. Not picking this up. Let's go to the next one. Oh, shoot. I skipped an entire list. Okay, Bokuto no Ken, Fist of the North Star. What are we doing? What are we doing? Am I interested? I might watch this sometime down the line, but currently I'm not interested. What is Fist of the North Star but a fist north of the star, you know? Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. We're gonna leave this behind. Next up, Kami no Niwatsuki Kusunoki Te. What's the name? Kusanoki's Garden of Gods. Oh, this is like the Morose Mononokean. Something akin to the Morose Mononokean. We will leave this behind. Next up on the list, Ichijoma Mankitsu Gurashi. Let me think about this. The author, something about this art is reminding me of something. You know what? I'm gonna pick this up. I'm not gonna click on the author. I'm not gonna click on the original creator. But yeah, we're gonna pick this up. We're gonna see what this has in store. Next up on the list, PDO fan club. Let me see. Two friends / rivals in romance pose to each other to prove their love for this boy who hardly seems to know they exist. I don't know. I'm super not interested in this premise. So yeah, I'm not picking this up. Let's go to the next entry. Hirariki no Eren. Asakura Koichi is a young designer working for an advertising agency. Lost and confused after being dropped from a project he worked hard to secure, he travels to the Yokohama Museum of Art. This is a place where many years ago he first encountered the talented Eren, the start of an inspirational adult ensemble drama about creatives. Oh, creativity? Creatives. What do we think about the creatives out there? I'm interested, but I don't think I'm going to be sitting through this currently. Maybe sometime in the future, but not getting drafted. Let's go to the next one. Next entry, Snowball Earth. Snowball Earth. What are the genres? Action, mecha, sci-fi. I am a mecha head, but I don't think I'm going to be watching this. We're not going to draft this. We'll leave this behind. Let's go to the next entry. Maho no Shimai Luluto Lily. This already has a sequel and it's not even out yet. Magical Girl. You see, Magical Girl has me curious, but oh, this is like one day Fu encounters a mysterious spaceship and gains magical powers. Space-based Magical Girl. I'm not gonna draft this, but keep an eye on my Annie list. Maybe you'll see it completed one day. So we're not drafting this. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, Tadaima Ojamase Masaremas. Pardon the intrusion. I'm home. Roommates. Office worker Rinko, 24, lives alone and is secretly an otaku. One day her apartment gets connected to the two neighboring rooms through a hole in the wall. The room to the left is a fresh-faced yet mysterious guy who is overly sweet to Rinko. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be picking this up, so let's go to the next one. Fujima Utaeba le Hororo. That's a long penguin. A mysterious creature born in Russia that looks like a bird or penguin. It is thin, tall, has human-like limbs, and can speak. It is currently studying Japanese, but is quite fluent. Literally me, minus the fluent part. I don't think I'm gonna pick this up, so let's move on to the next one. Megami Isekai Tensei Nani ni Naritai desu ka? Ore Yusha no Rokotsu de. My reincarnation destination is the rib of a harem-loving, happy ending, overpowered hero. Wait, what? He gets reincarnated as a rib? Beyond the traditional animation, this series delivers an exhilarating stop motion puppet theater and live action featuring the protagonist Me, who endures one. So this guy keeps getting reincarnated into random things. Interesting, sounds funny, but we're gonna leave it behind. Let's go to the next entry. Kami no Shizuku. The drops of God. Is this like a bartender type thing? World renowned. Oh, sommelier.
雨だね、みーちゃん。ああ、雨だな。前見てろよ。今日のはちょっと酸味があってチーズに合いますね。はい。
Ooh, I'm referencing something when I say that, but if I find it, I'll include it, but let's see. His will states that his collection will be given to the one who can identify the origin and year of 12 wines each chosen, the 12 apostles, and one that's superior even to them, the drops of God. Holy, they're just gonna be whining and dining, finding out what this wine is. This sounds super interesting, but wine? That is a unique premise for giving out your inheritance. I wonder how I'll dole out my inheritance. Maybe I need to stop yapping. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick this up, but so let's go on to the next one. Ghost Concert Missing Songs. The anime takes place in 2045 in a world where songs have been banned. Ooh. Instead of humans playing instruments and creating music, a music app titled Mukes is in charge of these things. High school student Sedia goes out with her friend one day, but she happens to hear someone singing, which is supposed to be prohibited. What she finds is a lone ghost, a great ghost who has appeared from outside this world. Multimedia project. You know what? I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm interested in what's going on here. So yeah, I am picking this up. You know what? I am picking this up. This is getting drafted. Let's go to the next one. Hyakai Yakosho. Selected Pandemonium. Tales of 100 Ghosts Traveling by the Night. Ritsu inherited his sixth sense from his grandfather. Oh, is this like a ghost hunting paranormal thing? Strange things. I think this is gonna be like, what is that one called? There's one anime that was a horror premised anime. It was super simple. I'm blanking on the name, but yeah, I don't think I would pick this up. Not interested in mystery or horror right now. So let's go on to the next one. Onegai Aipri, the latest entry in the Pretty Series franchise and a new chapter in the Aipri series. Aipri. One of these days, I'm gonna jump into the Aipri rabbit hole. Interesting character design. But for now, not picking this up. Next on the list, Candy Carries. Ame is a child who loves sweets. Ame means sweets. Sweet, right? No, is it? Ame. Okay, yeah. Ame could mean rain or candy. And the tooth decay that lives in her mouth called carries. What the heck? Okay, this looks super cute children's show, but isn't everything a children's show?
It's a Japanese cartoon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I might check out an episode when it comes out. Candy Carries. Oh, this is a promotional video. I might check out an episode when it comes out, but yeah, this isn't getting drafted. So let's move it on. Oshiri Dandi the Young. This is an offshoot of Oshiri Dandy the Young. Of Dandy. Okay, I don't know why I'm sitting here so long. Yeah, I'm not picking this up. Nezumi no Choki. Little Mouse's Red Vest. This is based off of a picture book. I'm not gonna pick this up. We'll leave this behind. And the last entry, Kumaraba Season 3. Season 3? Is this CG? A kid's show? I'm not gonna pick this up. We're not gonna watch this. That's it. That's a draft. Now, let me see what I picked up. All right, there we go. Let's see what I picked up. Ungari Boshi no Atelier, Onzuki no Yokokujo. Okay, which had Atelier, Lessons of a Bookworm, Farming in Another Life, Akane Bannashi, Reincarnation no Kaben, Takuni Yasashi ga wa inai. Yep, this is what we start over. Here are the draft results. This is what I'm picking up. Only 11 this season. I believe last season I drafted 12. We're winding down. I've been going over my backlog of anime diligently. You know, I gotta catch up. We're gonna catch up eventually. Once I catch up, I'm gonna be so much stronger than I am right now. But anyway, let me know what you're watching this season. Let me know what you're drafting. What do you think? What are you thinking? What looks good? What have you read? I got an adaptation. What are your thoughts? And thanks for watching. If you want to support me, I stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Anbery, Anbery. This is on my channel, on my YouTube channel, so I'm not going to mention that. If you want to support, check out my Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Anberye. Yeah, that's how you can support me. This draft was brought to you by me. So yeah, if you do support me, I'll be able to do more interesting things. Like maybe, I don't think I'll ever do anime reviews, but maybe I'll be more inclined to. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Remember, dream big, dream safe, and I'll see you when I see you. That is it. Bye-bye.
I'll see you again.